Maybe you've never been in a relationship before. Maybe you have, or you've gotten out of one, but now you're trying to figure out, should I pursue another relationship? Would it be wise for me? Why do I want to do this? The thing is, there are so many guys that never ask themselves these questions. But truthfully, I believe we can avoid a lot of damage by simply evaluating our motives and what we're trying to get out of a potential relationship. That can often reveal whether we should take a break from dating or step into another relationship. So in that evaluation, in today's video, I'm going to share with you 7 bad reasons to get into a relationship. As you're doing some self-evaluation here, let me know in the comments which one of these you most closely identify with. Quick thing before we get into the video, if you want to join us on our weekly video calls, join the Kindred Brothers Club on Patreon. It's a great way to be built up in your faith, and as a man, we share struggles, what we're going through, what we're learning, and you can also help me in this mission of equipping men to lead and love like Jesus by supporting. I'd love to see you there. Now let's get in the video. The first bad reason to get in a relationship is everyone else has a girlfriend. You can be a lot more susceptible to this bad motivation. I think when you're young, I remember being a teenager and having friends get in relationships, have girlfriends, and I was just like, okay, wait a minute, like I'm being left behind right now. What's wrong with me? Why am I not as attractive or lovable or interesting as these guys that they have a relationship and they have a girlfriend and I don't? But I think it was my older brother who told me one time, it's not hard to find a girlfriend. It's not hard to find a girlfriend. I think this is a misnomer that some young guys believe that have been single a long time. They're like, I just want a girlfriend. Like, where do I even find a girlfriend? It's not hard to find just any girlfriend. But if you're a Christian man that wants to kind of do it the right way and be intentional with it and treat her right, find the Proverbs 31 woman and be that kind of man, then it's going to take some time to find that girl. And it takes time to become the man that girl would be interested in too. Plenty of guys, regardless of their attractiveness, their height, their weight, their skill set, how much money they make, they find a woman that wants to be loved and they find a girlfriend. It's not that hard. But to me, that would be settling. Settling why? Well, because you want to not be behind, because you want to measure up to all the other guys in your life that have girlfriends too. You get caught in this comparison trap. But trust me, it never ends. Like maybe one day you're like, okay, everyone else has a girlfriend and so I should have a girlfriend. But then all those guys are making lots of money. You're like, well, I shouldn't make that much money. Or all those guys got a new car. Oh, I should get a new car. You get caught in this trap and it never satisfies really. So it's good to lay that boundary now to say, okay, you know what? Maybe they do. They're in a different situation. Maybe it's even a good relationship. Good for them. I'm on a different path right now. God has me in a different place. And that's okay. You don't need to feel bad or apologize for that. Bad reason number 2 is you want to be happy. You want to be happy. Maybe you're a little bit depressed. You're anxious. You just feel like, okay, if I had a woman in my life, I'd have that, connection and we'd have fun. And I'm not saying that all those things wouldn't happen for you. But if you're looking for this woman to solve your happiness problem, this is what I've seen happen. Okay. These guys that are depressed and they're just like looking for that pick me up, right? They get in a relationship and they're in the honeymoon phase where everything is just great, right? Oh, now I'm happy. Now I have fulfillment. Now I have this satisfaction and just enjoyment of being with this person, getting all the things that come with that. And then, the honeymoon phase kind of fades out and you get comfortable with the person again. And what happens? Man, I'm not happy again. Like I need something more. I mean, this is a big question as a man, but where is my joy found? Where is my joy found? I heard somebody explain sin this way. It's that we try to put other things where only God should belong, right? So if we're trying to fill this sense of happiness and joy in our heart with a girlfriend, she's not going to be able to fulfill that, right? Maybe for a time she will, but then we'll need something else. We'll find some vice or addiction or entertainment or distraction, something to fill that hole. This connects to the third bad reason too. It's I'm lonely. And I know so many guys like this. They're just like, okay, I'm lonely and I want connection. And so I just really, really want a girlfriend. I really want a wife. And I'm not going to lie to you that companionship and the connection and getting to live with, my wife is just like so amazing. And it's so awesome. And it's better than I could have imagined for sure. For sure. But that doesn't mean that there are not moments where I'm like, wow, I'm kind of lonely right now. And why would that be? Well, it's because my wife can't fill all the social, aspects of my life. Like she can't do all that for me. I need friends. I need community. And so if you're not intentional as a single guy, developing that community, building into that brotherhood, what is to say that you're not going to do that? You're going to do that when you're married, right? Because you can't put all that pressure on your wife to fulfill all that within you. We need guys in our life that we're close with, that we can walk with, even just like 1 to 2 guys. But that takes work. That takes intentionality. But if you're putting all that weight on, okay, well, once I find this woman, then I'll be not lonely anymore. Oof, guys, I think that's too much for her. Bad reason number 4 is you have a lust problem and you think, hey, well, it's better to get married than to burn, so I should just find a woman here. This kind of thinking is so interesting to me because it kind of jumps right to the marriage stage. It's like, okay, I just can't wait till we can have intimacy, and so that'll be easier on me so I can get this kind of out of my system in a godly way. And I understand that mentality, but it's not counting in the fact that, well, you're going to be in a relationship with this woman for a while before you get married that really likes you, that you really like her, you both find each other attractive, and yet you're called to purity. And so you're not able to have that self-control now with the internet or pornography or whatever that is, but you're expecting yourself to have that a new discipline or self-control with this woman in your life. That's an interesting expectation there, but that's why I believe that we should start with the first thing in front of us is how can we demonstrate self-control in our life now personally. So when this girl walks into our life, I've learned how to demonstrate self-control. The other piece to this, and I see this quite a bit too, is that guys that are struggling, maybe they have an addiction to lust online, and then they get in a relationship, the honeymoon phase happens, and they have no temptation at all, man. I'm just focused on this girl, and maybe they're not even stepping over boundaries within that relationship too. It just feels like, man, I can walk in purity and everything is great. But then the honeymoon phase kind of wears out and you become comfortable with the person. And then what tends to happen is old habits, old ways of thinking, old temptations resurface. And I want you to have those tools to be able to deal with that first, so then it doesn't resurface like that. I have plenty of videos dealing with lust and that sort of stuff. So if you're looking for help on that, like real specific practical help, just scroll through my old videos. You will find stuff that I believe will be helpful for you. But if you don't have any accountability right now, I would just really recommend that you sign up for Covenant Eyes. I have a 30-day free link in my description. It's an affiliate code, so you help the ministry as well by signing up. But I know so many people that have put this on their computer, put this on their phone, and it has really helped them stay accountable. There's no reason not to. If it doesn't help you, you can always cancel it. But take some intentional steps in this. Don't wait thinking that she's just going to solve this for you. Bad reason number 5 is a simple one, but it's she likes you. She likes you. There's a girl that likes you. And that's a powerful thing because we want to be wanted. We like to be liked. Some guys' whole confidence are built off of female attention and validation and getting that. So they don't even really care that this is the right woman for them. But just as long as she likes us, that's what matters. The problem is this kind of orientation towards women about just, I need their attention and their affection and their, them fulfilling me so I can be secure, causes us to do things to settle for somebody that really isn't necessarily right for us, but just because they give us that attention, then we're satisfied. And then the other piece is, well, we're actually never satisfied. We're always looking for that next thing to bring us about that affection or that attention, which proves to bring about a lot of temptation into the relationship. Bad reason number 6 to pursue a relationship is she's pretty, but that's about it.
Maturing is realizing the most important quality to look for in a person is their love for God. Not just vibes, not just playlists and green flags, but someone who actually prays. Someone who prays for you, with you, before they even knew you. Listen, I grew up in the church and I've tried it everywhere else. But at some point you come to the realization that you're only going to find gold in a gold mine, okay? Looks fade, okay? Excitement dies down. But someone who loves God, and I mean really loves God, they're just built different, okay? They've got peace when others are panicking, grace, the ability to forgive and seek forgiveness, accountability, but without turning every disagreement or every misstep into a potential breakup. And let's be real, We've all dated people who were cute, but spiritually problematic. Okay, like, yeah, they were funny, nice, but were they rooted, grounded, a house built on a solid rock, not falling over at every wind and every crash of waves?
It'd be a good thing to have some guys in your life that can call you out and you can ask them like, okay guys, like, am I just getting lost in, attraction because she's pretty, or is this actually like a godly girl that I should be pursuing? And respect that feedback. Ask older guys in your life this same question that know you, that know her. Bad reason number 7 is you want to fix her. Maybe you feel like, okay, there's potential here, right? Maybe with some kind of like navigating here and trying to reform the way she thinks about this, and like, okay, this is a fix-up project, but the investment could be worth it. The reality is we all have faults. So if you're seeing those faults in another person, that's not necessarily a bad thing. But if you're coming into the relationship with this savior complex, being like, well, I can fix up this, and maybe she'll stop doing this, and then, it'll be great. But just imagine if a girl came up to you and she says, hey, you're really interesting. I'd love to get to know you more and let's go for coffee. And she asks you out and she's kind of pursuing you because of what you could be, not because of who you are right now, but because she sees potential in you. So she can kind of mold and manipulate you into the person that she would actually want to love and be proud of. That would feel terrible. That would be awful. Yes, the reality is being in a relationship with somebody, you change each other and hopefully for the better. But if you're coming in with the expectation that you kind of need to save her, otherwise the relationship will be a bust, you're setting yourself up for a toxic relationship. I want to hear from you fellas in the comments. What's another bad reason to pursue a relationship? Maybe one that you've taken on yourself that you regret. Thanks for watching, guys, and until next time, keep pursuing the mission.